Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So if you followed my previous video, you saw that the new PSO, the new PrintStick organizer dated for July of 2022 to June of 2023 has been released. And in that video, I showed only the improvements or only the new things that were added to the new version. But I thought, why not do a video showing all of the features from the beginning of the PSO. So one of the biggest changes, as you'll see, is that the new PSO comes in different colors, and I do go over them in my other video, so you can go there and check them out. You can also just look at the color options available at the website, and the website is www.printstick.shop. You can go there and check it out, and you'll see me here. I'm using the rainbow version, and that's awesome because it means that the pages of the document will change colors, and I love that, so you don't get bored, you don't always look at the same color. Okay, so we'll start from the beginning. This is the actual PSO that I'm going to be using. I was using the 2022 version before. I still have a lot of information there. I'm slowly transitioning into this new one. So some pages you'll see that they have information added already, but of course they come white with nothing. I'll show you. So let's first go to the first page of the organizer. I call this the cover page, and that's a blank page where you can add your cover, stickers, widgets, whatever you want, and decorate. So to go there, you can tap on this area from anywhere in the PSO. So I'm gonna activate my links. I'm gonna tap in the middle top of the page. I'm gonna head to my cover page. As I said, this comes all blank, so this is just a cover that I added. And in case you didn't know, when you purchase the organizer, you will get access to the PrintStick organizer library, which has hundreds of elements such as this cover that you can use to customize your PSO to your specific needs. So that's what I use to create my own cover. This is the first page in the PrintStick organizer, and one of the many amazing features of this document is that it's incredibly well organized and linked, which means that you can pretty much navigate anywhere from anywhere. So we are at the first page, and I can either scroll and show you the next pages, but I can also use the links. And the first link here is going to go to the info page, or info section rather. So you do have 4 different pages, and you know that you have different pages for this section because here on the top right you get to see that you have dots. Each of those dots is actually a link that will take you to the different pages of that section. You'll find useful tips and information on this page, as well as instructions on how to use the library. The next icons are actually links to external sites, but they're important, so I'm going to tell you what they are. The second one is actually your PrintStick organizer library link. So I'm going to tap yes just to show you what it looks like. You do need to be logged into your account using the same email address that you used to purchase the PSO. Again, these details are located on your info section within the PSO. But once you're here, you'll see that you have different sections. In this case, I have this one that says getting started. So if I tap there, I'll find elements that will help me get started or get ideas on how to use my PrintStick organizer. These titles that you see here are actually links, and if I tap there, I'm gonna download an item. It's gonna ask me to download. You tap yes or you tap download, and then the elements or the folder is going to be saved in your files folder on the iPad. So you head to files, which is this icon here. You go to downloads, and that's where you're gonna find the elements that you download from here. I'm gonna go back to the main page so that you can see that there's different sections. You have your insert stickies, so this is basically a full page that you just add to your PSO. Then you have the sticky packs, and I think that these are the most useful because, let me just show you one. Well, you have all these sets. Everything here you can download, and each set contains different elements, and I actually have them all saved here already. This is the app Stixer, and this is where I keep all of my elements neatly organized. And I'm going to open my PSO here side by side. You can do the same. So here I just open a week in my PSO just to show you that, for example, if I want to change the color of this box, I'll know that this sticky will fit perfectly. So I just tap and drag it, and then I just make it a little bit bigger, and it's going to cover that section perfectly. Same thing, I want to cover these columns, and I have these ones that will fit perfectly. So that's an example of the elements available to download at no extra cost from the PSO library. And also I take requests of things that you want. For example, if you want or need an insert specifically for something that you haven't found yet, you can leave that in the request, and I'm gonna tell you in a second where that is, and then I can try and make it for you. We keep going here with the icons, and this play button is actually a playlist on YouTube showing videos for the PSO. So again, an external link. You tap yes, and that will open the playlist on YouTube having any videos related to the PSO. Then the next button is the community. Again, this is something big and awesome that you get access to once you purchase your PSO. So I'm gonna tap yes to show you. So this is actually a section of the website PrintStick, and there's a ton of information and useful posts and things that you can check out. But basically the idea is that the members and the users of the PSO come here and they share ideas, they ask questions. Some of them even make and share their own freebies. And you can see you have the different sections of the community here. So you have this one that says community freebies. Feel free to browse and download anything that you think you can use. And also, if you want to make something and share with the community, please do. Just make sure it's your own content before uploading. There is also a section where I keep the updates or little announcements that I need to make. So you can come check here if there's anything you need to know. There's also this section that says requests. And this is where you can write anything that you want to see next, either in the PSO or as a separate download in the PSO library. Let's go back to the PSO, and the next icon is another section of the website that I will also show you. Here you can see the rewards available, and what this means is that you can download any of these elements. In this case, you have these widgets, you have this sticker set and another sticker set. You can download these at no cost if you do certain things. In this case, for example, you can just share a post to social media using your PSO or your PrintStick planner, and then you send proof of that, and then you'll get this set in exchange. So that's another cool and fun way to get downloads to use in your PSO. The next button takes you to the frequently asked questions section of the website, and then we start with the buttons of the PSO. We start with these buttons, which are personally some of my favorite pages. So the first one, this little sun icon, is to make your daily routine, how you want your days to go, how you want your day to start. You have all these boxes where you can enter different information. The following icon, this is a new one. This is a planning routine page, and the idea is that you take the time to sit here and start deciding or thinking how you want your planning routine to go. In my case, for example, I like to sit and open and look at my planner every day in the morning, and then I can write down here the things that I need to check for example, my to-dos. Maybe I want to fill in my trackers from the previous day. All of those things, you can add them here. You have these boxes to check the things that you have done, and you have different spaces to organize different parts of your planning. It doesn't have to be daily. For example, here it says weekly or monthly. You can also just create your own boxes. I don't know, if you look at your planner maybe once in the middle of the month or maybe once every 6 months, you can write that down here just to make sure you don't forget anything the next time that you open your planner. The following button is how you want your week to go. So basically, more than just your daily routine, this is a weekly routine. So you have little boxes for each of the days of the week to have an overview of what's going on those days. And you do also have a space to plan out your perfect schedule in your perfect day. And the last button is how you want to start winding down, how you want to shut down, how do you want to end your day. So again, you have different spaces to build, for example, your evening routine. You can enter the times here and the things that you will do here as well. And you have checklist. And at the end of the day, you can just come and just go through your checklist and make sure that you've done the things that you want to do. Or in this case, for example, you can just reflect on how the day went. That's a really cute page. Again, these pages are meant to be used, as often as you want, but you don't have to come and update them that often. I did create all these pages. I did decorate them when I started using this planner, and then I can just come back and check and be like, this is no longer relevant to my life, or hey, I'm really proud, I wanted to exercise every day and I have been doing it. So that's what these pages are for. An awesome special feature of the PSO, if you tap on that icon again, the page is going to turn into the format for a phone, or you can also use this page vertically, right? As you can see, the page fits my iPad vertically a lot better, because if I open the other page and I'm using my iPad in portrait mode, as you can see, there's a lot of gaps up and down. So that's awesome that you can just tap on the link again and then the page will fit your screen. As you can see, I just copied this information from this section of the big page. So you can't fit all of the information because it's a smaller page, but you do have room to just copy and paste the information. So when you're using your phone or again the iPad in portrait mode, then you can look at the page better. I'm going to talk more about these pages in a second, but for now I'm just going to continue with the pages. So my next button here is my dashboard, the one that says PrintStick Organizer. And if you tap there, you will open this page full of boxes. Let me just move this back. I changed and decorated this page myself, but I want to show you what it looks like when it's new. It's just the boxes and the rainbow version of the PSO. This is what that page looks like. So the background is pink. I made it black, and you'll be able to do the same with some elements that you'll find in the PSO library. But this is what it looks like originally. And then each of these boxes is linked to a section, a blank page. And the idea is that you enter the titles that you want and you start building an index. I'm super visual, so I love having bigger boxes for more important things, smaller boxes for things that need to be there but are not as important and don't need to take as much of my visual space. That's just how I operate, but I also think it looks so cute. So yeah, that's the way it works. As you can see, I use this page to keep track of everything related to my business. And you can use it for anything at all you want. You can organize your classes or your work activities, anything you want. Now, to access each of the links of each box, you just tap on this bottom part that looks lighter. So I'm going to open that link, and as you can see, it brings me to a white page, and my PrintStick Organizer button keeps highlighted, meaning that I'll know that this page belongs to this section. So if I just find a page and I'm lost, I'm not sure where it comes from, I can just look at which button is highlighted. So the next button we have here is Quick Note, and this is literally when you have to add a quick note. When you get maybe a phone call and you need somewhere to write something quickly, you can come and do it right here. This page comes in phone format too, so if I tap on that button again, I'm going to open the phone format. My following button is here. It's my master list. And I love this because you actually have many small list spaces. So I like to come here and write things that I need to do in different categories. In my case, I've used this, for example, when I'm working on a project, on a planner, let's say, and then I say, okay, so from the links, these are the ones I need to work with, or from the testing stage, these are the steps I need to follow. And then I keep each of the boxes with each of the things that need to be done for different categories of the same, like, big thing. So another way you can use this, for example, things you need to buy in one place, in another place, or even workouts you need to do if you're going to be working your legs, your arms, and different things you need to do. So it's awesome. You have a big list you can divide by categories. The next section is my goals, and you have 2 pages for this section. And how you know you have 2 pages? Because you have these 2 dots, which are links. So you can navigate to the different pages by tapping on these links or just scrolling left and right. And the first page gives you space for 6 yearly goals, and the second page gives you space for 4 goals, but you have more space to enter more details, steps to take, action plan, etc. My following section is my vision board. So the first page here is just a big vision board where you can add any of your stickers or words or anything that you want to look at easily at any time, because as soon as you tap on this icon, you're gonna go to this page. Again, you have 2 pages for this section, and the second one gives you space to make kind of mini vision boards, one for this year, one for 3 years from now, one for 5 and 10 years. My following section is really awesome too. This is my project section. And I do want to show you how I have been using this one, even though this is in the previous version, so this bar looks different, just so you know. But this is where I organized my own projects. You have space, for example, in this case, my biggest project was this organizer, the PrintStick Organizer, so I used the biggest box for that. And then if you tap at the bottom of that box, you will navigate to that page where you can organize that project. Let me show you what that looks like when it's clean. So here you have different parts to enter the steps that you need to take, ideas, photos, anything you want to add. And again, this is your biggest project, but let's go back to my project index right here. And you can also navigate the different pages of the project section by tapping on the dots here. And you have big projects, small projects, and mini projects. For example, I'm going to open my mini project. As you can see, I have all 4 mini projects in the same page because, of course, these are small projects and you don't need a whole page of information for each. So that's the idea. Again, you can scroll or tap on the dots to go to the different project sections, and you do have your index where you can label these projects so you can find them easier. The next section is where you have room to enter things that you need to be reminded of, things that you need to set an alarm for example, and you have room to keep track of the alarms that you have set here. So you can enter the title, for example, doctor visit, and once you have set your alarm on your calendar or your phone, you can just check this box, and then here of course you can write whatever you want, why you're going to doctor, which doctor, etc. I want to show you that I have made really good use of that page. So I keep appointments here. So for example, lately I've been going to the dentist so many times, and I like keeping track of those appointments here. Next time I'm wondering, okay, how many times have I gone to the dentist, or when was the last time, then I can just come back here and check. Also, I didn't use all of the boxes yet, so what I did, I just covered the rest of the boxes with a sticky. Again, you can get this one from the PSO library. All right, so my next section is my thoughts. This is also a very important part of the PSO. And the idea here is that you come and dump all of your ideas, thoughts, things that are in your head. You can write them down here. And then you have 5 different colors here. You can categorize them. And let me show you how I've been using mine. So let's go to my thoughts section. Here we are. So here are all of the things that cross my mind and I need to write down somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where or what I'm going to do with that information. Once I do that, I can start organizing them by color here. So as you can see, I labeled each of the colors. My first color is home, then I have family, design, PSO, that's like a big part of my day working on the PrintStick organizer, and work. Once I have added those thoughts or ideas here, I can move on to my color pages. So let's go back to the PSO that we're looking at, the new version, and same thing, you can just scroll and look at the different color pages, or you can use these links here to navigate. So I'm going to open the blue one, and here I have more space to bring those ideas from the first My Thoughts page, and I can further organize them or expand on them and still keep them by section. The next button here is my task detail, and the idea here is that you have more room to enter details for any task that you need to get done. So again, I'm going to show you mine because I used this page so much this past year. So I had different ideas on how to use this. First, I thought that I would color code. Well, here I have my green boxes for products that I want to work on, and then I have the blue boxes that were videos that I was working on. And in the end, I just added labels with no colors. But for example, I just added how to update my PSO. So I have like my own process, my own steps I follow. So that's a task that has a lot of information. So it's really helpful for me to come here and then open that page and see all of the steps and all the things I need to do. The next section here is very similar to your dashboard. This is your ideas page or index. The dashboard looks like this, just so you remember. So it's very similar, but it's like another option for you to have more space for more categories or another subject entirely that you also want to divide by different subcategories. The links are going to be at the bottom and they're going to open a blank page. Again, this button stays highlighted so you know that this page belongs to my ideas index. My next button is the accomplished section. I encourage you to come here and add the things that you have accomplished, whether they are big, medium, or small, everything counts. And then if you're ever feeling down or not productive enough, you can come and look at the things that you have done, and that will definitely make you feel better. There's 2 pages for this section. This next page is the important milestones page, and I do want to show you also how I've been using that page. So here I add little notes of special things that have been happening, especially for example with my little daughter. So milestones that she achieves, so when she first walks, says her first word, etc. You can also just keep photos here instead of writing. It's up to you, but again, this is a page that is easily accessible throughout the planner, and you can see nice little milestones that you've had in your life. Next, we have these three buttons here, the square, triangle, and circle, and those are blank sections, or rather I call them transparent sections. As you can see, there is no white page here. And the reason why it's transparent is that so you can use your own inserts. This is something that I downloaded from the PrintStick organizer library. You will get access to any of this, and you can start building, adding, removing boxes, doing whatever you want. And then you know that these three links or these three sections are very easily accessible from anywhere in the organizer. Of course, there's a square, a triangle, and a circle so that you can easily tell them apart. These sections are also fit for the phone. So if you tap on that button again, you will open the phone version. So next we have all these icons that are different pages and different spreads that will help you organize different aspects of your life. So I want to say I have got some comments from people saying that this organizer is so much, there are so many pages, and before anything, yes, it is by far my biggest planner I've ever made. I mean, we're talking about 800 pages. You don't have to use all of the pages at all. You don't have to feel bad if you don't use them all. And I say that because here you might find some sections that are not necessarily applicable to your life, but you might find some pages that you think, hey, why don't I use this? I think it's gonna help me in my life. I never thought of using it or entering this info, but I think that it could be helpful. So I really do encourage you to go through them. You might find some that are actually quite helpful, and you will most definitely find at least a few that will help you. I'm not going to be able to show you all of them here in this video, but basically they're divided by sections. So for example, this icon with the little house is the home section, and you have 3 pages within that section. So home care, you have a cleaning schedule page, and to declutter page. And just like that, you have, for example, your travel pages, and you have a bunch of different things. Again, I can't show you all today, but feel free to head to my Instagram or watch my other videos. I do show little tips and tricks and how I use myself all these pages in my social media. So make sure to follow me so you can see them there. Also, if you want to see a specific page or learn more about it, feel free to ask about it either on the Facebook group or in the PrintStick community online. And I'm happy to share what I do. Okay, so after those buttons, we are going to head to this button here, which is your notebook. So you have a full notebook within the PrintStick organizer. And let me show you how I used this myself, but I used it in the previous version. So you had half the sections, you only had 20. But so for example, here what I added were all of my spreads from the previous year. I really didn't know how to organize these pages, but I wanted to have them handy, so I added them to my notebook section. So now instead of having 20 sections, you have 40, which means you have 20 that are white and 20 that are transparent. I'm going to show you again. Here's a white page. Let's go back to the notebook, and here is a transparent page. So you can choose which type of page you will need for each particular thing. Okay, so then another thing is pretty cool. Now you have this number telling you where you are, and you also have these labels so you can add the title of this particular section. And as you can see, this button will remain highlighted, so you'll know that this page belongs to the notebook. The following icon is also super important, and this is your index page. So everything that comes in the PrintStick organizer is neatly shown in here. So if you're not sure where you are, you get lost, anything, you can just come here and look at the labels and see where what you're looking for is. Another thing you'll see here is these phone icons, and what it means is that those pages will have a phone version. So for example, my quick note page, if I tap here, I'll just go to the quick note. But if I tap on the phone icon where it says quick note, I'm going to open the phone version of that same page. So if you're wondering which pages are fit for the phone, then you just come to your index page and you look at the ones that have the little phone icon. Also, when you are within your phone pages, you will see that some buttons turn to gray, and those are the ones that are available for the phone. So if I tap on any of these gray buttons, you'll see that the format remains for the phone. So I have my calendar, I have all of my routine pages up here. You have this first master list. quick note, my thoughts, and any of the colors for my thoughts, you also have them here. You have these blank sections as well, you have your shopping list, and these buttons at the end, these are exclusively to the phone. You have 2 daily pages here where you can keep your to-do list, either for personal or work. You have some space for notes, and the second daily option is where you can keep your schedule. Now I'm gonna navigate to any day in the organizer. Just remember this schedule part. Let's say I'm gonna go here, and as you can see, these are the same boxes that I have here. So my day options for the phone, one is this schedule and the other one is this column with these boxes. So it's very easy to come on any day, copy the information, paste it on your daily spreads for the phone, and then in that particular day you'll be able to look at what you have to do easily on your phone. That's the idea behind this whole phone and iPad pages, that when you're on the go you will be able to look at certain information easier on your phone. Okay, so now let's go to this third icon here, and that is my journaling section. This is how I call it, but really you have space to enter whatever information you want for every day of the year, but it comes in a very easy to read format. So let's say I want to enter some notes or some journaling, some meeting notes on September 12th. So I tap on September 12th, and that's going to bring me to the page that has that box, and as you can see, you have 6 boxes per page, so you get to see multiple notes, not just one. These are things that you don't need to write for as much, so you don't need a whole page of text. Rather, it's a quick note, or me personally, what I do is when I'm in any of my daily spreads, I just write my little journaling here, so like a paragraph of text, and then once a week, usually on Sundays, I'll come and collect all of my entries of each day, and then I'll paste them on their corresponding boxes in here, and then it's really cool because I get to scroll and read all of my journaling entries. The following button here, as you can see, this is like a phone icon, and this is going to load your phone pages. So you tap there and you will go to your My Thoughts page in phone format. From here, you already saw, you can tap on the different gray buttons and then you'll open the pages for the phone. But you can also just scroll and then you'll get to see all of the pages that are available in this format. Another reason why I created these pages is that it's really hard to tap on the buttons or links when you are on your phone. Of course, you can just zoom in, but that's like an extra step and it's just not as smooth. So once you tap on that icon, you can see that the screen will fit much better. And now I'm able to navigate to my phone pages. But also, for example, if I open my calendar, I'll be able to very easily tap on each of the days that I want without having to zoom in and move around. So that's the idea with that phone button and these phone pages. Okay, the last buttons we have here at the bottom left are, of course, PrintStick social media. So, you know, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. Please feel free to check them out. I am constantly sharing tips and mini tutorials of how I use the PrintStick organizer, how I use my iPad or different accessories. So if this sounds interesting, make sure to check out these social media channels and follow me there. This first button will just take you to the website in case you want to check out new products or news or anything. You can just tap there. Let's move on to the right side of the organizer, which is basically a full planner, again included within the organizer. So the first button here is your yearly calendar. You tap there, you open your year with all of the dates of that year. Here you'll have the dates included in this version of the PrintStick organizer. So as you can see, this goes from 2022 to 2023 and from July to June. Now everything again is super well linked, so if I go to a month, I can either tap on the label, it's gonna take me to the monthly overview. I can also tap on any of the days and it's gonna open that daily spread. Once I open any part of that month, so either the monthly overview or a day, you'll see that I have this small calendar stuck here, and everything that you see here is also linked. So you can navigate to any other day, or these dots on the left are also the weeks, so I can tap there and navigate to that particular week. But let me go back to the yearly calendar to keep showing you. You also have these two boxes here. You have a bigger calendar icon and a smaller calendar icon, and each month comes with 2 monthly views. And these buttons will take you to each of those. So the big one, and then you can navigate to the small version of that calendar. You can, of course, just scroll And those little icons that I just showed you are also always present here on your right side navigation bar. So you can just tap there instead. And as you can see, each of the icons will highlight depending on where you are, so you're never lost and you always know exactly where you are. One more secret link that I need to tell you that you have here on your yearly page is here to the left of each month. You don't have a button, but if you tap there, you will open the trimester that month belongs to. Those buttons are also available from anywhere, and they are right here, so you can go to each of the quarters. So you tap here and you'll open each of the yearly quarters. Again, you have the small calendars here, same thing. You can navigate to any day or any week from those calendars as well. And something else, everything's linked here, as I said. So if you tap on this year, you'll navigate to your yearly calendar. If you tap on this month, you'll navigate to that month. If you tap on any of these numbers, you'll open that daily spread. One more thing you have here in your yearly calendar section, you actually have 3 pages, and you can see these 3 dots. It's really cool because you can come and review the previous year, see the things that you did and liked, the things that you want to change, the things that didn't work out, or the things that you want to continue to do. So by the end of the year, or right when you're starting with this organizer, you can come and fill out this and see and start planning how you want to do things differently the following year. The third button here is going to take you to this page that says planning ahead. So here is where you actually start thinking of the year coming ahead, and you can write a bunch of information about things that you want to do for this coming year. Okay, now we get to the months, and I'm going to show you what each month includes. So let's open July. This is my July overview. Now this page is pretty awesome because it has things that you can enter when the month is beginning, but also when the month is ending. So you can come and review how your month went. And then of course, at the beginning of the month, you can come and start planning your month out. As I mentioned before, you will have accessibility to any day or week from here. If you scroll, you'll get to your large calendar view. So each month comes with 2 calendars, one full page and then one that has some space for notes on the left. Both calendars have access to the weeks by tapping on those dots on the left. And you can also access the weeks by tapping on these dots under each of the monthly labels. So anywhere you are in the organizer, you will be able to navigate to each week by tapping on these dots. So each month has the monthly overview, it has the 2 calendars, it has of course the weeks, it has the daily spreads. So if I tap on any of these numbers, I'll open my daily spreads. But it also has 5 blank customizable sections, and those are linked to these dots next to my calendar icons. And the way I've used this is, let me just show you. So for example, this is how I did my month of February in my large calendar. And so this calendar, I'm using it to keep things related to my children's school. So when there's class, when there's no class, when there's special events, all of that. Then my small calendar is for my personal activities. That's what I keep here. But the sections of that month, in this case, for example, I have all of this information that they send out from my children's school. And this is a perfect place to just paste it and see it all at a glance. It's not super important. These are not things that I need to do or attend, but I do like having all of the information available. That's how I use those extra sections. You can use them for whatever you want. And lastly, as I mentioned, each of the months will have a different background color, so you get to try the different colors. So that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for making it till the end, and I'm sorry it's so long, but I think I went through everything, all of the features and everything that's included in the PSO. So hopefully it'll help you make the most of it. And if you have any questions or something was not clear, if I missed anything, please let me know in a comment below and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. And don't forget to be subscribed and tap on that bell so you know when I publish a new video. You can also look back and check the videos that I've made already. Again, you have the playlist here with all of the videos related to the PSO. Even if you see me using the other version of the PSO, it's very similar, and the ideas that I share there are still valid and really good for the new version of the PSO. So feel free to check them out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like to let me know, and thank you so much for being here. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.